Hi friends, it's Amanda. Thanks so much for being here and watching. Joining you today for more Hip Kip Club inspiration with the gorgeous October mane and embellishment kits. And it's Sketch Friday! Yay! So we are playing along with this fabulous sketch designed by Corrie Jones. Isn't it a stunner? Here's a quick sneak at what I've created. And my layout today starts with, lots of fussy cutting. And I pre-cut a whole bunch of leaves, and then I'm also using this paper. It's called Amy Tangerine's Slice of Life, The Universe, and I'm using the chevron side of that one. And this one, number 4 from the Truly Grateful collection as well, and I'm cutting those gorgeous scallops. So I also pre-did them off camera, so I apologise, but sometimes you've just, time is short, so you've got to make the most of it. So pre-cut all my pieces ready to go for today. So you can see those scallops, I end up trimming them into rectangle boxes so that I can mimic the sketch and create that similar likeness to the sketch. Here is my beautiful photo of my darling son. He's about 2 there, so it's a really long time ago, and it came up in my Google Photos, and one of those lovely reminders, and I just, as soon as I saw it, it brought back, so it flooded me with memories, and I just had to recreate with this one because so much in my heart. So coming in, I've put the sketch at the top of the screen there for a moment just so you can see what I'm sort of thinking with my design. So doing the scalloped and the blocked pattern for the base, and then I'm layering those pieces with the similar toned colours in the fussy cut leaves. So really, it's really simple, but it's just really, really pretty as well. And I think adding that extra dimension and layer to the pieces just adds that extra wow. So probably could have stitched them as well. Stitching would have looked amazing, but my sewing machine is, shall we say, unhappy at the moment. I may have broken yet another needle. I really do need to take better care of it. So I'm using the fussy cut pieces just to add that extra texture and point of interest to those pattern paper blocks. And I think that's a really nice idea. But it is quite boring to see me do it. So I'm just going to quickly race through and show you my plan. And I love that skinny scallop strip through the center. It's sort of, I end up popping another one down the bottom, a bigger one, so that we have those two, there. So we have those two big block ones, the one at the top and the one there. And the one through the center almost draws you straight into my photo because it's that pop of that deep purple. And I think it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. I just love it. So yeah, I liked these features there. And there's not a lot of the purple otherwise. I feel like I've balanced it beautifully with the 3. So that's my plan, or very rough plan of it. Nothing stuck down. And then I dived into the exclusive cardstock stickers because these are just divine, and I really loved that Hello Fall. I thought that was just perfect for making as my title, and it was fall. You can't see it in this photo. It's a very dark photo, but beneath him on the swing there were all these beautiful crunchy leaves, and when they're at that beautiful age where everything's magical and wonderful, and it was beautiful. So yeah, anyway, wanting to capture that Hello Fall sentiment. And I do like those cute little acorn stickers as well. So thinking about positioning that title and how I'm going to make this work. And I play around with this for a little while because, decisions. But it's always fun to play with embellishments, and this is how I do it. I cut all the pieces out. I have the most ugly looking sticker sheets by the end of the week, but I find this way is better for me because I do like to move things around. It's a rare day where I see something and instantly know straight away that I want it there, and I'm happy to glue it down permanently. I do prefer to move things around quite a bit. I change my mind a lot. And of course you don't normally see that on camera because I try to cut a lot of that footage, but I think it's sometimes good to see the process behind it all, isn't it? So just going to start gluing these pieces down now. I'm quite happy with the general look of how this is going. But of course you've already seen me plan it, so I will speed that up again because it can be a little bit tedious to watch somebody tape things down. The one thing I will say is some things I taped quite heavily and others I left with a very sparse amount of tape so I could tuck other pieces under and add those extra dimensions or have things tucking in or hanging out or lifting. And when I go to stick the leaves, you'll notice, because I do love soft texture, I fold up a lot of the edges and I pop some foam tape under some of them as well. So we've got really a few different points of interest in there. So we've got some different shape and form coming through and that bit of dimension. And I think that's really important with this design because it's got quite a strong colour palette. And I feel like it's, yeah, it needed the black photo, I think, to cut through that very, very vibrant colour choice. But then it also needed that sense of texture and dimension just to give it that, yeah, those extra elements to make it amazing. So in they go. As I said, just playing around now and making this design work for me. You'll notice that even though I followed the sketch, I did sort of move, you know, those pattern paper strips to different places just so they worked better for my photo. But I think all in all, it maintains the integrity of the sketch, and I think that's important when we're doing a sketch. But I also like to have my twist on things. So yeah, definitely going to have a bit of a AJ feel to it. So yeah, I do love lots of texture, don't I? Lots of pretty soft texture, I think, is the thing, and very much pretty. I do love easy on the eye things to look at, don't I? So there's my tie. So I decided to center it after all because in the end it sort of, I could make it work, and it really was that way in the sketch. So I felt like I needed to come back to that a little bit. And I decided to pop the acorns in the corner there. And now we're up to date. Let's move on. So the exclusive thicker stickers, these are gorgeous, and I straight away knew I wanted to use that fabulous little fox. I do love the fox with the florals, but I felt that was quite feminine, and there were already some very pinky tones to this layout. So to maintain that little bit of masculinity, that brown fox and the brown acorns, felt like it just added that, yeah, brought it back a little. So that cute little one says autumn, and I don't know, I just felt like it tucked in nicely there as well. So it says hello autumn, fall, and then I just felt like it worked. Sorry, had to be put there. On goes my little fox, and what next? I will probably add a few more of the sentiment pieces, maybe, or maybe a few. Yeah, I was going to say maybe a few leaves because the leaves are quite cute too. So I pop in that one there. And again, this gives another layer of dimension because it's a different thickness to the other pieces on the page. And I like that little love heart. I'm going to put that in there. Again, that little hint of that purple again, because there's not a lot of it. And I feel like because it's a heart and it's on the black, it draws you in again at that photo. And I think that's important. My photo is always telling the story. I don't journal a lot on my pages, so I think it's really important that I make sure my photo tells that story. And just embellishing with a few sentiments as well. Going through those exclusive die cuts now. Aren't they gorgeous, by the way? Honestly, Kim and Kim, you are blowing me away with how good the exclusives are. Just stunning. I can't even. I'm wowed. I probably should have bought an extra set of kits because this month, just divine. So I'm using a little bit of foam tape for that one, the October to Remember. Just again, so we've got that soft dimension and texture, and it lifts, and I liked the fact that even though I had a white base, it had that lovely stripping in that magenta colour going through it. I felt like that really complemented the sketch as well. So I like when things work like that. Now, because there was so much of the pink and the orange, I just wanted to cut through that a little. So I added in some black and white elements as well, and coming back to the acorns. So still having the same elements and design features. So repeat design for me, as you know, is really critical. So going back to the acorns, because I felt like then, you know, because they're that pop of different colour, or the white and black, which is, you know, cutting through that colour. If they're the same adornment in that, you know, they're both all acorns, they don't look out of place, and they work. So that's why I opted for those ones. And what next? I told you there's so many gorgeous pieces. A few more sentiments, because there are a few good ones in here, and I think because they're sort of in that rectangular sort of, you know, that line effect, I think they work really well with the sketch design overall. And just add a little bit of that, you know, that hint of journaling that I like to put on my layouts, those little clue pieces. So on they go. Oh. Just another one. There's always room for one more, right? Can never have too many stickers. Whether it be puffy stickers, chipboard stickers, it doesn't matter. You can never have too many. And while I'm happy with the black and white acorns, I still feel like there isn't enough of that black cutting through. So from the embellishment kit, grabbing those My Mind's Eye enamel dots and hearts, and I'm using all the black ones, almost all of them actually, just to cut through and add that little sprinkle. Could have done this maybe with some ink splatters or ink dots as well, but I like that it's clean, and I felt like there was enough busy with the fussy cut foliage that I didn't need to do any more. So yeah, look, that's it. It's a really simple, pretty page, but I hope you've had fun watching. I certainly had a lot of fun making this one, and oh, I tell you, the October kits are just divine. Thanks so much for watching. If you've got questions or comments, please don't hesitate to pop them down below, and have yourself a very wonderful, happy Arty days. Bye.